Are we live? Yes, we are live. We're live. All right. Got it going. This is an okay live stream event. I'm going to be coloring Windy Wonka Chapter 2, Issue 4 today. The title of this issue is going to be Sex and Candy in the Air. Playing off of that 90s song. I smell sex and candy in the air. Okay, so here is my Patreon. I also wanted to let everyone know that on June 1st, the day after pre-orders released, the new sketch request contest is going to be out starting June 1st. It's going to be going the month of June, and there's going to be limited availability. So if you want in that, you're going to need to act fast and get in your request quickly. All right. And so I've already limited spots in the Patreon tiers, so it can't fill up with more people than I can afford to work with. And I'm also going to cut off the DeviantArt link that will go through PayPal. I'm going to take that down after I am done with the DeviantArt request, so that way I won't get overworked with too many requests. And you won't be able to request if I've already filled up. Okay, I accidentally deselected. So I'm working on a multiply layer right here. This is the yellow layer. You can see here is a multiply. I'm working on with the multiply layer because I think I'm going to do a graphic on this guy's shirt. Originally, I was doing a Red Wings, like the hockey team shirt, and I was going to do kind of like a graphic tee. And I think I'm going to try to do it to where he's wearing like a red hot wings shirt, kind of like a food shirt. That's a little bit of a joke, a little bit of graphic tee humor. All right, I've already selected on the wrong thing there. Let's get a shirt. Okay. All right, and so I'm working with multiply. When I pull my colors up here, I've got like a kind of a medium gray brown, desaturated brown. And so that's going to increase the red in a shirt just a little bit while darkening it. So it's not just going to make it a darker shade. It's also going to make it a tad more intense with color as it darkens. And I'm coloring this page on the YouTube live stream because it's a very, PG page, very family-friendly page here. And it's a kind of like a setup page, and it's pretty fun. Got the Oompa Loompa on it. Target thanks me for shopping with them. Okay, you can see here, this was a mistake on flat coloring. He doesn't have that white rim on the sleeve. I have to go back and fix that. It's definitely felt like a bitter day online in the world. Lots of emotion, negative emotion pouring out on the internet today. Seems to be like a perfect storm of political and racist and what else? Oh, like mask. Let's see, should he be all dark or not? Let's give a light from this side maybe. So this will be dark. Another thing I'm thinking about, kind of changing up sometime during this year, the 2020, of the sketch request contest. I'd like to try to do some more of the like commissioned comic pages. I haven't done a commissioned comic page in a while. We had that pandemic thing, the coronavirus, and I went ahead and I just did a huge batch of sketch commissions. The April sketch request contest was a month early, and I'd like to kind of maybe not do sketches one month and just do maybe sketched comic pages, because I just feel like there's not a lot of options. If you want to get a comic commissioned or a comic page commissioned, it's not easy to find someone to do that. And I just feel like we might be missing, the community might be missing out on comic pages because there's just no one doing them. Not a lot of people do comic pages. Okay. Let's just go ahead and fix this coloring right here. Happened over here too. Okay. And it's supposed to be down here at the bottom. Alright, so let's just go ahead and do his skin. Where we go? Here we go. I'm going to use the same muddy brown. And I could just do it through the actual color layer and not worry about doing it on a multiply layer. I might do that actually, because this is a very desaturated skin. I don't have my chat bar up right now. I'll pull it up in just a second in case anyone's chatting at me. I'm a little behind with my schedule, about 2 or 3 hours behind, which means I'm going to be working this weekend. So, okay, let's see. Do we want to keep this kind of like desaturated shading? Or do we want to go more saturated? That is a good question. Thinking. Let's see what normal. I don't know. That might. I'm actually liking the desaturated. That red shirt's pretty strong. I think I'm going to go with desaturated. Let's try it. Okay, back to the multiply layer. Let's increase the flow up to about 60%. All right, let's pull to the chat. Let's see if anything's going on. Where's the chat? Hey. Okay, but no questions. Chat bar is up in case you want to chat. I'll answer any questions you have. What's going on right here is just an Oompa Loompa giving this guy a note. You know, I think this needs to be... I think I actually need to turn up that flow. Let's get a little more definitive with our shading. Defined, I should say. Okay, there we go. Let's rework this. Crap. I'll go like an airbrush. Kind of shade this down. Give it some background feel to it. There we go. Alright, and we are doing this panel. Here we go. Something interesting. I've ordered this really cool like pin holder, Star Wars pin holder, which is being offered by Regal Robot. And it is the scene from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back where the space slug is trying to eat the Millennium Falcon. And so this is a cast of the space slug eating the Millennium Falcon, and you can put your pencils and stuff inside of its mouth. Really excited about that. Alright, so where are we going to have the light coming from? I guess he'll be coming from that side. Nope. Did not mean to do that. Shoot, it's 5 o'clock. Alright. Now that we got his skin done, we'll move on to his hair. Gonna give it a little bit of texture and then shade it. Everything else looks good. Now, let's see. I guess we can do the Oompa Loompa next. Not much to that. That should be green. All right, there we go. That looks a little odd. Let's see here. Looks a little weird. I don't know how to shade that looking down that angle. Make it look realistic. Not too realistic, I guess. Nope. Needed that to be drawn. Alright, so we're going to do a tiny brush right there. Give him a little lip. Okay. So here is where we will do what is striped on the Oompa Loompa. I think his collar is striped. So we'll do striped collar, and then multiply no, that's actually 2. Too saturated, too red. All right, now we got a desaturated muddy brown going on now. Forgot to erase the ink on that. I'll have to do that. You know, actually, I think this needs to be dark. This needs to be a little bit lighter. There. Oompa Loompa. Okay, we got the colors. Now for the white suit overalls. You know what? I need to select it on that. There we go. That way I don't get the white on the collars. Seeing some little tiny flat coloring errors over here. Need to fix those. Okay, the Oompa Loompa is done. Actually, let's get one more. Kind of shade his hands. They didn't get shaded. There we go. Alright, the Oompa Loompa's done. Let's go ahead and fix this inking issue here. Okay, that's fixed. Okay, so in the movie, his eyebrows are white. I think in the first issue, I painted them green. So I guess I'm going to stick with green. Let's see what that looks like with the white. White actually looks better, you know. Let's not mess up the original recipe. Okay, so now his jeans. Get back into the multiply layer. All of this is on the multiply layer, pretty much. Oh, I guess except for the white. For the white, I painted on there. All right, so we're all on a multiply layer for this. Chilling out on the multiply layer here. All right, so let's get a small do a little bit of texture on this jeans. These jeans, not this jeans. Here we go. Break up some of those shapes. When it comes to jeans, like clothing on jeans, everything's really choppy. The choppier it feels, the more realistic it feels. Okay. Alright, so I think that's choppy enough. We've got jeans on them now. Let's go for very generic looking jean shading down here. Not too detailed. Okay, I think that's good. No jeans down here. All right. So this is where we can put a graphic tee on this guy. So let's go ahead and do that. That's going to be an interesting little education teaching opportunity. So we'll start a new. Let's go with photo. We just need a small space. All right, so I'm going to create a black background here because our foreground is going to be white. We're going to paint this logo so it feels like it's been painted on. Let's go ahead and Google the Red Wings logo. Detroit Red Wings. We're throwing Detroit some love. Okay. So instead of a hubcap wheel, let's do like a chicken wing. So let's do like chicken leg is what I'm thinking. Chicken wing does not look very similar to the tire. Is that what it is? It's like a tire. So here we're gonna create a chicken wing or chicken leg. Actually, let's not use that. Let's use a... There. I think that imagery is definitely going to feel like... So now we'll do like red hot. That's not... Let's try to get the original writing going. So what are we saying? Let's do a sketch first. Red hot wings. There, that's got it a little bit better. Okay, so maybe we'll make red a little bigger. This is the general layout. That way we're not just basically spelling out red hot. But here we go. So, get this. turn up the flow to 100%. Oops. All right. We actually probably need to bring this over slightly, just to make it more of a square graphic. There we go. Okay, so all this is on one layer, and this is what we're going to be using from now on. Drag this layer over here. And we alter it however we need to. So we can do edit, transform, skew. There we go. And where's my toolbar? There it is. Oh, I got rid of it. Crap. That stunk. What? Okay, so let's do this again. I think it was like this. Now we're going to edit, transform, skew. Alright, so this guy likes food. He's a food enthusiast. He takes pictures of food on his phone. Alright, so we put that under the multiply layer, and suddenly it's shaded. Nice. Okay. Next, we're going to pull that layer. Let's just delete this one. Pull this one over again. Let's give a good perspective change to this. Transform perspective. There we go. We can make this smaller and try to capture most of the graphic. I think we're going to need to edit the perspective more. Alright, so it is under the shaded section. It doesn't look like it's been, the perspective on it has been changed all that much. Whoops. Let's invert that. Select inverse. There we go. Okay, and look, the front of his shirt is not seen anymore on this page, so we're good. We might want to give this note a little bit of texture. Let's give it a little bit of red texture, a little bit of that brown texture. Where's the multiply layer? There it is. Now it doesn't look so flat. Okay. Whoops. We've got a shaded note in his hand now. All right. That is going to be it for this live stream. I'll actually record a video so I can, edit it a little bit better. There's a lot of uninteresting stuff happening when I do these. So I'll do another recording and post that later. The Winnie Wonka Chapter 2 Issue 4 is coming out for the pre-order is ready with 6 pages, and that's going to be on May 31st. The day after, June 1st, is when the sketch request contest is starting. So check into my DeviantArt or my Twitter or my Patreon to follow and get involved with that. I will talk to you later and see you next time on my YouTube channel. See you later, guys.